Welcome to Tony Tone Barbecue. I'm Tony, and if you like chicken, you're going to want to watch this video all the way to the end because I'm going to show you a chicken cooking process that might just become your all-time favorite. As you can see behind me, I've got a lot of cooking tools, and I was recently reminded when I was doing this big party with a lot of people how fun and convenient and really flavorful a gas grill can be if you know how to use it properly. So I picked up this Monument grill. It was one, I was working with one just like it not long ago, and I loved it. I picked it up, and now I'm doing a rotisserie chicken on it, and I think you're gonna like this a lot, so check this out. Quick reminder, when this video is all done, if you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Here's a summary of how this cook's gonna go. It's real simple. First, we're gonna brine the chicken for at least 4 hours. Then we're gonna prep it to go on the rotisserie. We're gonna stuff it with a few things that are gonna pack it with some extra flavor. And then we're gonna get it on the grill. We're gonna start cooking it. It's probably gonna take about an hour to an hour and a half to cook. And that's it. So I apologize in advance for some of the color and lighting issues. Recording in this environment's not the easiest, but hope you like what you see here. All right, for the brine, here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need about 4 cups of water. You're gonna need 1/3 cup of kosher salt, 1/3 cup of brown sugar. You're gonna need a tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. And you're gonna need something to cook it in. Open up the tank. All right, we'll add the water. Get that up to a boil. All right, we'll add salt. We'll add the brown sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, poultry seasoning. Stir it up. We're gonna let this cook 10 to 20 minutes is just fine. Turn the heat down, just let it simmer. All right. Damn it. Don't be a dumbass and let it boil over. You might have to start all over again. I forget how powerful these burners are. Salt, brown sugar, it's okay to add it before it starts boiling. Garlic, onion, a little safer this way. Black pepper, and poultry seasoning. Now we can just go ahead and stir until it starts to come up to a boil, and then turn down the heat so it simmers. If you need to, remove it from the heat so it does not boil over. And as I said, we're gonna let this cook for a good 10 to 20 minutes so everything dissolves and the flavors blend very nicely. And then we're gonna move it over and pour it into a stainless steel bowl or a glass bowl and let it cool down. We're also gonna be adding the equivalent of another 4 cups of water as a combination of ice and water, so that we can get this cooled down very quickly before we add the chicken to the brine. It's okay to make this the day before also and just let it cool overnight in your refrigerator. Make it hours before, whatever you want to do. There we go, nice gentle little simmer. You gotta be careful, this stuff will go from chilling to spilling in a heartbeat. Give it a little stir every now and then and let this cook up for a good 10 to 20 minutes. All right, when your brine's cooked up enough, go ahead and grab yourself about, like I said, 4 quarts of ice water. I'm using a large stainless steel bowl. Get that in there, and then we can go ahead and add the brine to that bowl, stir it up, and make sure it's nice and cold before you add your chicken. Check the temperature. It's gotta be cold, like 45 degrees cold, like your refrigerator cold. Otherwise, you'll start cooking your chicken early, and that's not a good thing. This should be enough liquid to completely submerge your chicken once you put it in there. If it's a little bit uncovered, you can just add a little more water to the mix and make sure your chicken is fully submerged. All right, we got a 5-pound chicken here. We're gonna get that into the brine. Just a little bit uncovered there, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water. There, nice. Just kind of slosh that around a little bit, make sure that brine gets worked around. And then I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. We're gonna let it soak in there for at least 4 hours. I've done as much as 8 hours and it comes out great. Today we are gonna be cooking this bird on this Monument Grill's Mesa propane grill. And I'm just gonna get it prepped up, ready to go here. Gonna check the gauge on the Flame King bottle. Says we are, we got plenty of gas there. We're still in the green there. So let's go ahead and get it fired up. And we got the flame on down there, so we're good to go. Let's gonna let this warm up and while we prep the bird. Okay, while the Mesa grill is heating up over there, I want to show you what we're working with there. These are the tools and ingredients I'm going to need to cook this bird. We've got our skewer here. This goes in the rotisserie. We're going to put the bird on the skewer, and it's going to be rotating inside the Mesa grill over here with that. These are the ingredients that are going to go inside the bird and basting on the bird. All right, we're going to make a basting sauce, and it's going to be butter, olive oil. We got 1 stick of butter, a quarter cup olive oil, and about a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper over here. We're also going to chop up some rosemary nice and fine, and we're going to smash up a couple cloves of garlic as well, and we're going to juice 1 lemon. All of that is going to go inside this little cast iron pot here. This little cast iron pot is going to go inside the Mesa grill over on one side, just right next to the heat, and we're going to let that melt in there. And then as that's melting, and we're going to mix it all up, and we're going to be basting that. We're going to mop that onto the bird as it's cooking. We're going to come back periodically and just mop a little bit on there. It's going to stick to the bird nice. It's going to give it some really amazing flavor on the outside and give it a beautiful color on the skin. For the inside of the bird, we're going to make some little onion wedges over here, slice that up a little bit. We're going to make some lemon wedges as well, and take a few cloves of garlic and also a couple sprigs of rosemary here. We're going to stuff that up inside the bird. We'll go put it on the skewer, stuff it inside the bird, and then lock that thing in here real tight with the skewer. And then we're going to use some of this twine here to truss up the bird, and we're going to see if we can prevent, sometimes when it's rotating, some of these items might want to kind of work their way out. So we're going to truss it up to try to prevent that from happening. If the stuff falls out, hey, no big deal. We're still going to get tons of flavor. It's been soaking in that brine for over 4 hours now. We're going to get great flavor from that, and we're going to be basting it with this sauce over here. That's going to give it some incredible flavor on the outside. Overall, this is going to come out awesome no matter what. We're going to be measuring the temperature of the bird with a couple ThermoPro Temp Spike Pros. We're going to put one in each breast right from the front. You'll see how I do. It's nice and clean, and the signal is going to go directly to my cell phone. It's going to alert me when it gets to temperature. I set it for medium well. That's 158, and I'm going to actually take it up to well done, to 165, but I like to get a little advance notice. That way I can come out here and just double check, make sure everything looks the way I want it to look. If you see if I need to crank up the heat a little bit. I'm actually going to be cooking it on the lowest heat setting for pretty much the entire cook. Usually that works out perfectly, and but if I do need to crank it up a little bit at the end to give it a little more color, I might do that. Once we get to 165, I'm going to take my ThermoPro Lightning, and I'm just going to, it's an instant read thermometer. I'm going to check and the thighs, make sure they're all good. If I need to let it go a little bit longer, I will. The cook, I'm estimating, is probably going to take about an hour to hour and a half until it's ready. So I think that covers everything here for now. Let's get to work putting this stuff together while this thing is heating up over here, and then we will get the bird. We're going to rinse off the bird a little bit. We want to make sure we get all the excess salt off of it. So I'm going to take it in the kitchen. I'm going to rinse it down and then pat it dry nice, and then we'll bring it out here and we'll get it loaded up. All right, I'm going to start by prepping the ingredients that are going to go inside the bird. Now for the basting sauce: butter, olive oil, ground pepper, lemon juice, garlic, rosemary, that'll do. Okay, bird is rinsed off and ready to go. Now inserting the skewer. I've inserted before stuffing it, I've inserted it after stuffing it. I kind of prefer before, so we're gonna go that route today, and hopefully I don't make this look too difficult, okay? To get it through the bird, if you stick your finger over here in the neck hole, you can usually see pretty right away where the skewer needs to go. Sometimes there's a little bit of resistance. This one should be pretty easy. So just pop it in there, and there we go, right through. That's good enough for now. We're going to tighten this up here after we get it loaded up with some stuff. Now the goal is not to stick all of this stuff inside the bird. We're going to put in what we can, what fits, okay? So let's just start working that stuff in there. I'm going to rotate through. Let's try to get as much up inside as possible. All right, that feels pretty good inside there. Let's go ahead and get the other spike on here. Okay, you're going to want to get this thing centered as nicely as possible, and you're going to want to lock it down tight. Otherwise, the bird's going to start wobbling around, and more of the stuff is going to start falling out of it. There we go. That looks good. We're going to go ahead and cross the legs and tie them up so they're locked together like this. Notice the wings are a little bit floppy there, so I'm going to go ahead and put one more around the body of the bird right here across the breast. Trim those up and we're good to go. All right, ready to get on the grill. And the rest of this stuff we're just gonna go ahead and toss. All right, Monument Grill is hot and ready to go. We've got the little cast iron pot of our basting sauce there, and let's go ahead and get this bird onto the grill. Okay, bird is on, let's get it rotating. And the sauce is ready, so let's kind of mix that up a little bit and we'll start basting. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the temp spikes. Fortunately, I can easily just insert them just like this. There we go, back to work. All right, everything's looking good, so we'll just go ahead and close the lid and let her cook. I was a bit apprehensive about this window, this glass here at first, but it actually cleans really well, and it's kind of fun watching your food cook through that glass. Okay, this chicken's been cooking for about 45 minutes, and we're at an internal temperature of 123 degrees there. It says we're cooking at about 338 degrees ambient temperature inside there, which is looks good. Let's have a look at it. I've basted it a couple times during this process. So let's just go ahead and baste her up or get this mop on here another time. And I like what I'm seeing, looking good. And we'll keep going. All right, it's been about an hour and 20 minutes and our chicken has reached its target temperature. And we'll use the ThermoPro Lightning here. Get a reading right in there. Oh yeah, the thighs are definitely good. 169, 169. Yeah, we're looking real good. Let me get down in here. There we go. 172 deep in there, yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and shut down the heat and let this rest. We'll be carving it up soon. Doesn't that just look amazing though? All the way around is just beautiful. And the aroma coming off of this chicken, wow. I almost called it a turkey. It looks so good. It smells so good. I cannot wait to carve into this. I just want to let you take a look all the way around. There we go. Very nice. This has just worked out perfectly. Okay, let's check out this chicken. There we are. Okay. Ooh, almost lost it. All right, let's go ahead and carve off the thigh over here. That is beautiful. Time to get a taste. Bon appetit. Oh, that is so good. How about some of this breast? Look at that. That is just gorgeous and juicy. And it smells so good. Let's get a taste. That is incredible. Literally some of the, oh my gosh, some of the best chicken you will ever try. Do this recipe. Guarantee you'll love it. And well, that's all I got to say about that. I think my dog is excited. Come on. I think my dog's really excited for me to come in, and even though he's not getting any of this. But you might have noticed that I mentioned a few of the things I use in the video, like the ThermoPro and the Monument Grill. I mention these things because people always ask, and because they work great. So I have no problem recommending them. Check out the description of the video, and you'll see links to a bunch of stuff in there. I highly recommend, and I hope that helps. You know, this is not a sponsored video, but if you do click on any of the links and take you to Amazon or wherever it takes you, I might get a little credit for that, and I appreciate that very much. So thank you very much for being here and watching. This has been Tony Tone BBQ. I hope you found this fun, entertaining, you know, and educational, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. You take care.